Alright everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Quest. I'm DisturbingPuppet, so we're going to do the quest Pay the Piper here from Dunlin, something or other. So we saw the first part of this quest and we entered the town where all of the people, well, the adults in this case, were taken by the Piper out of town instead of the children, like the Pied Piper of Hamlin. This was the rat catcher came to town, he killed all the rats, the people didn't want to pay him, so he took all the adults and went out in the forest with them. So it's only a level 2, which is, again, it's the leveling for this is so weird because I had to get through level 5s up here to get into this area, and now it's like lower level. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, I haven't gone to Nuln yet. I don't know if we'll be able to go there after we do this quest. We'll come back and check out Dunlin somethingburg once we have done this and see if there's now shops and stuff. Maybe we can rescue the people and go from there. All right, let's go for Pay the Piper. Not sure who we're going to take. Probably just whoever the lowest level characters we have are. I'm trying to avoid having two people level to level 6. We've got a few there already. I do need a tank. At least one tank. How about we take our Ogre or the Marauder, or potentially both even. I think these three as a good core, but we definitely need a tank out front. Because it's a low level, it shouldn't matter too much. We probably won't get a ton of XP, so you're like 100 less XP than our Marauder, so fine, we'll just do this. Do need to fight some undead as well, get some XP for my Witch Hunter. Pay the Piper. Your party tracks a small group of footprints into the Grey Mountains. They are confident they're tracking the right quarry as a hound's paw prints accompany the other tracks. A day later, they come upon a scene of carnage. They find a dog skinned and hanging from a tree, a crude triangle etched into its exposed muscle fiber. On the floor is a corpse of a man with a pair of pipes forced into and through his mouth. The words "play, play" cut into the dead man's chest. As to the villagers, there's no sign at first. Your best hunter picks up further tracks. This time, human footmarks are paired with far stranger prints that eventually lead into a cave which burrows deep into the mountains. So we took him out in the woods, teach him a lesson, and the Skaven found him. As for our stuff, what do we have on you? So we've got the increased chance to hit. I've got healing. We've got extra attacks. Because he only has the one. We haven't gotten rid of the rock eye, but we probably should. I don't like the decreased chance to hit with a weapon, so probably sell that off when we get the chance. Over here for our Shadow Warrior, we've got a flaming sword. We've got a bow with a quiver that sets things on fire. Some regeneration, extra movement, a little bit of healing. On our mage, we've got a better sword with extra attacks. We get some regeneration from our staff. I do have the Greater Finger of Death Scroll that I just found. A little bit of healing options as well. And on our Grey Wizard, we still have some regeneration. Our ring we can use once per dungeon for some damage. A little bit of healing, and decreased chance to beat with a ranged weapon. Not really sure about that. I might just get rid of that at some point when we get the chance. I haven't run into too many ranged enemies that are real threats. You can't even get into the next room, so let's hold up then for a turn. It's unfortunate because I am on offensive magic, but we'll wait before jumping on in. We're still offensive, good. Probably something here. Or not, fine, be that way. Making me look silly. Move everybody in. For this kind of a mission at this level, we should be fine pretty much with anybody we would take, so composition doesn't matter too much. But I do like to have at least one tank, and our Shadow Warrior can double as a frontliner for a bit. We just have to be careful about health and stuff. Normally I would probably have two beefy guys up front, but, you know, he can fill in. Alright, we've got something. Two Globadiers, haven't run into them before, two Gutter Runners, and a Claw Leader. Gutter Runner. Gutter Runners formed the death squad of Clan Eshin, often led by assassins. These black-clad murderers are the scourge of Skaven society, responsible for countless deaths and acts of espionage. However, it is when the Gutter Runners turn their deadly arts away from the internecine battles of their kin to the rest of the Old World's denizens that real peril is unleashed. Globadier, I'm assuming, is going to be area effect poison. The masked Globadiers are no great warriors, but they carry one of the most powerful weapons a warrior is likely to encounter. They're armed with fragile glass globes that contain one of Clan Scry's most infamous weapons, a deadly noxious gas. On an open battlefield with a fair wind, a gas weapon is not always the greatest threat. However, in the confines of a dungeon, it is a horrifying killer. Where is... Okay, that's a Globadier, poison globes. When a warrior is struck by a poison attack, they are poisoned. Poison is removed by healing the affected warrior. If a poison warrior is knocked down, they will lose 1 strength when they are healed. In casual and adventure difficulty, the effects last until the end of a dungeon, and hardcore, it's permanent. If a poison warrior with 1 strength is knocked down, they cannot be healed. So having a whole bunch of them could be a problem, but, you know, you're kind of in a bad spot here for you. Because I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you guys die. So let's just go ahead and swing away here. They've got low health, so it's kind of easy to pick them off. So that's the runner. Yeah, these guys are all really low health, except for the claw leader. I could go engage the claw leader. Somebody else can take him out, so let's do that. We've got kind of a central area that's blocked off. So we'll take the opportunity to do a little knifing. Or try to do a little knifing. There we go. Got the weird little inhale, weird draw breath action. Let's just pick off these guys if we can actually land our bow shots. That's 1. You crush. I don't think we can do enough damage to take him out, but... So while I've got the extra attacks and the increased chance to hit on him, I feel like he misses a lot and he only gets the 1 attack, at least so far. I do have offensive magic. Let's just zap you. Just the sound they make is just disturbing. Alright. Tag him. I don't think we need to go into reserves, we're fine. Let's just decrease his chance of hitting with the Nightmare Visage. Resist. Well, I'm just going to keep doing it till it works. Or until I run out of magic. There we go. Because that stays on, as far as I can tell, forever throughout the dungeon. So he just has decreased chance to hit. Nothing too major. I think we'll just call it there. Pretty easy room for us. So he's poisoning, but our ogre is immune to poison. We get a couple clan rats as reinforcements. Reaction strike just takes 1 out immediately, so just 1. Basic clan rats, these are low level, not a problem. Yeah, glad we have him up here, since you have the Weeping Blade poisons. Skaven apparently love their poison. I can move after I shoot, so let's just try to take a few shots. Good. Take you out. Let's see if you can actually land the blow here. There we go. Crunch. Sapphire. Very nice. And a reptile eye. Well, you can't move, but everybody else can, so we'll just move on up. Though it's a bit congested here. Got ambush, so no magic. Now we've got our magic back. We're sort of blocked off here, aren't we? Okay, it's gonna split. Let's go straight. Fortunately, our ogre is gonna end up way behind everybody else. So we could reposition and go back left, because he's going to get there a little faster. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, let's do that. We'll reset over here. I don't know what is about these. So the floors here, I don't think it's supposed to look this way, but to me when I look at it, it's like crisscrossed boards above like a massive chasm with fog in it that you can't even see the bottom of. So I always feel like slight vertigo looking down at this. I don't think that's the intention of like it being sort of a weird thrown together walkway or gangplank over a like massive empty hole beneath it, but it's kind of what I feel like looking at it. Oh, well, apparently that was it. Pay the piper. Stood before the chain bell stands a rat man. It is slightly taller than the creatures your warrior band has slaughtered on their way to this eerie chamber. In the center of the room are the 12 missing adults, all bound together. They look terrified, and some are carrying scratches and lesions, but seem otherwise unharmed. Oh, that's not good. They're all infected. Greetings, things, screeches the Skaven. You are searching for these man-things, yes? It gestures a claw at the villagers. You have already slain many of my brothers. I want you to go away now. A deal we can make, yes? It gives an evil grin, but its tail swirls about with nervous energy. Let me keep slave all 12, and I will give you many, many yellow metal tokens. You'll meet minimal resistance on your exit. Take half back to the man-thing nest. Let me keep 6, I will give you little yellow metal tokens. I will give you good fight. Make you look heroic when you return to the man village. The creature shifts uncomfortably. You take them all, my superior will eat me. I won't let that happen. No yellow metal for you. The full might of my brood you will face, it sneers. Yeah, we're gonna rescue everybody. The claw leader curses at you. The chamber's filled with black-furred, Skaven storm vermin. That's only clan rats, not even storm vermin. Where is the leader? They all look the same. Am I crazy? Am I not seeing him? Oh, he's there. I guess he's got a helmet on. I suppose that's the difference. I didn't even notice. But everything else looks basically the same. Or he's got spikes on his head, like horns coming out, something like that. Alright. Let's kill him. Munchity crunchity. Take this side and block it off. Put some rounds into the leader, or arrows, if we can land our shots. No, he dodged. Look at you. I am on defensive magic. Sure, we'll go with the Ward of the World Dragon. There's a chance it fails, that's why I was sort of resistant, but it just gives a ton of extra toughness. I can sneak by here, which is kind of weird. I would have thought that would be blocked off with me standing there, but apparently not. Well, I don't know that I want my wizard in the front. So I'm not going to let my wizard be in the front. Let's do Nightmare Visage. He's got a poisonous blade, so... You know what? I've had enough of that. Let's go Lightning Fire Ring on him. It's not going to kill him. Just to show you that I'm a little irritated at you resisting all of my attempts. There we go. See, I just needed to, like, make him afraid for the fear effect to work. I'm not too concerned about anything else, it's fine. Deflected it. Miss. Miss. reflect. Yeah, this is going to be very quick. Just made some Skaven jam there. Now we're on defensive. Alright, fine. Shadow Warrior, kill. There we go. That was by far the easiest mission I've ever done. Not a lot of enemies, so probably not much in the way of XP. 160 for just the basic guys, it looks like. No one leveled up, so that's kind of ideal in a way. The adventurers emerge from the cave with the villagers who squint in the daylight, but are obviously relieved to be free of the Skaven captors. Both the party and adults are surprised to find the children waiting outside the cave entrance. They're Skaven around, it's a bad idea. They are overjoyed to see their parents. The boy approaches the warriors and gratefully places a small pouch of crowns into their hands before turning back to celebrate with his kin. 150 gold. Super easy quest. I wonder, like, what's the deal with the level of these quests? It's so strange. Anyway. Dunkelberg. Let's go back to Dunkelberg. Check on what's available in the town. Yep, now everything's available, so we can do stuff if we want to. Yeah, we've trained everybody that we can, so let's just go to the market. Sell our junk. I am tempted to just sell these two items because I'm not going to run the one-handed weapon shield combo when I have, like, the Hammer of Sigmar for my Ironbreaker. I don't think I'm ever going to do that, so maybe I'll sell those. I am going to sell the Rock Eye. I just don't feel like... I mean, I don't know how much it decreases my chance to hit, but I don't think even a 1 in 6 decreased chance is worth +1 toughness and a chance to dodge. I just don't think so. I know it took me forever to get the shield and this from quests, but I literally have the Hammer of Sigmar. Why would I use something else? And I've got a ton of health with the gear I've got currently. It could change, but I think I'm just going to sell this stuff too. I feel slightly bad about it. What do we got? Some provisions, some crap, elven boots. A lot of elf stuff. Actually, it's one of the few places I've seen a lot of elf stuff. I do have good bows. I don't have good swords for my elves. That is pretty pricey, though. 10 to 12 damage. So you are just running still the basic elven sword, which does almost no damage at this point. And then my Shadow Warrior and my Archmage. Archmage, we've got a decent... I do like the increased attacks. I'll keep this, that's fine. Shadow Warrior... Oh, right, we're using the Burning Sword. Yeah, I guess we could buy the one and give it to my Way Watcher. Not that she uses it much. Or I could give it to my Archmage, swap for my Way Watcher. Is it worth it for 3,000 gold, though? Nothing else particularly interesting. Yeah, I'll do it. I feel like I shouldn't, but I'm going to. And yeah, I kind of like the increased attacks with my Archmage, so I'm just going to give it to my Way Watcher, even though she only has one close combat attack. And we'll sell our crappy Elven Sword. We'll take some provisions too, why not? So the side missions always are kind of whatever level you are. Apparently I can't go to Nuln. What do we got? Axe of Slicing, I've already had one and gotten rid of it. Bulwark of the Fallen. For the Marauder. Yeah, I don't think that's very good. Chance to block, +1 attack, -3 toughness. I've got a shield on him. It's a chance to block plus 8 health. Like, that's way, way better. Anyway, yeah, we could head up to Grissenwald. We've already done the quest, and then maybe move on from there. Apparently, I can't get to Nuln from here, which is very odd. I haven't gone into Streitzen, but we could eventually work our way around and do that. Let me move up here. Just out of curiosity, anything of interest? Maybe take the healing potion. That's about it. We'll check the side quest and then see if we can move somewhere else that's interesting. Rescue the Fletcher, rescue the blacksmith from the Skaven. Rune Axe of Grungni, which I... Well, what do I have on my Slayer? 711 damage, chance to slam, plus 2 strength. 11 to 15, it's Gottrik's Axe. I mean, we gotta pay homage to Gottrick. Yeah, I feel like that's just a better weapon. I've got gold items on both my dwarves, so I don't really need that. And I don't really need a shield, but I mean, it's not bad. Chance to block, regenerating every turn. If I want to move on, I can go to Grunberg. We've done that one. So we could check this out. Heading towards Altdorf. Weird that I couldn't go to Nuln. Yeah, let's go to Grunberg. Check out the quest there. Higher level Skaven quest or something, maybe. Hey, it's Sigmar. So it's like really good 3D graphics once upon a time. There's something in the woods. Grunberg is a village deep in the Reichland forests. It's surrounded by tall pine trees, the trunks of which have been used to create an intimidating stockade that surrounds the settlement. As your warriors approach, they note that a separate party, all dressed in the Reichland color of white, are also returning, dragging another great trunk between them. There's a frisson of tension in the air. This is witnessed firsthand when your warriors struggle to get through the stockade gate, stuck in a fruitless interrogation by the guards who seem uncertain even when they are bribed with gold to let the group in. Within Grunberg, things don't seem any better. The whole settlement is clearly on edge. As the warriors wander Grunberg's cramped streets, a sergeant of the garrison approaches. "I'd have words with you," he announces. "We're in trouble," he says, after a brief introduction, stating he is in command of the small force of soldiers garrisoned here. "I've sent word out for reinforcements to Altdorf, Bogenhafen, the closest knightly order, but so far nothing has come. We're in Reichland, not some tin-pot hamlet in Westenland. Why don't they answer our pleas?" There was a quest for the old Warhammer Quest, not Warhammer Quest, Warhammer role-playing game, Shadows over Bogenhaven or something, I think, wasn't it? He looks at the adventurers with resolute eye. The man is not old, nor is he young, and yet his experience clearly shows. This is obviously a career soldier who has not spent much time out of the capital province. Every night, creatures have come out of the woods and laid siege to the village. They're hulking things, ogre-like creatures with faces of rats. I've never seen anything like it. The creatures hurl rocks and discarded tree trunks at our wall. So far they've held, but it can't be for much longer. The sergeant looks fraught, as if struggling to compose his thoughts. "You're fortune seekers, are you not? Like the ones we've been hearing so much about in Stirland and the south? I need you to find where these creatures dwell in the day and stop them if you can, or even just hold them off until reinforcements show." The sergeant is then only too happy to let the warriors go and provision themselves before they trek into the forest in search of the creatures menacing the village. I'll take a look at the market really quick. We've got rings. I would like, yeah, an 8 health ring. That would be very nice. Yeah, I'm going to take that. If I can fit that on my Slayer, I think that is the way to go, because he doesn't have a lot to help him deal with attacks and stuff. The only thing we have are these bracers, which are 4 strength, 1 toughness. He doesn't actually have a huge amount of health at 30 for being a frontliner. I do have to take something else out. So we've got the regeneration, 10 strength, significantly increased chance to hit with a melee weapon, plus 6. Let's take out the toughness spell and give him the extra health. So the health, regeneration, we got a bomb, some basic healing, and then we've got a way to do a ton of extra damage if we need it. But we do double damage on tough enemies anyway. Let me kind of mess around with my potions and things here slightly. Just organizing things. I should probably just sell this even though it's 0. I just don't want to use this Lair of Kings because it slight chance to attack friends over foes seems a bit risky to me when it's something that does a lot of damage. So yeah, let's see what level this is. Let's see what the side quests are. So this quest is level 4, totally doable. Unless you have something really cool. Seen that before. Got a better helmet than that. I've got a better robe than that. So yeah, let's do There's Something in the Woods. It does say orcs and goblins, but the way he's describing it sounded like rat ogres. So we'll just jump into this immediately. I mean, we're close to Altdorf. You didn't think this would be too isolated of a place. So, do we take the same group? Do I take my Troll Slayer now that he's a bit tougher? He's already level 6, though. I think we're fine with the same group. It's a little, like 1 level lower, so it should be a little bit of a challenge for these guys, but shouldn't be that bad. It's very easy to get lost in the Drakvault. Its leafy canopy extends hundreds of leagues across the interior of the Empire, so it's with extreme caution that your party attempts to search out the lair of the creatures. Fortunately, the warrior band is blessed with some extremely talented the warrior band is blessed with some extremely talented and experienced trackers, and the hulking creatures were not masking their trails. It doesn't take long for the adventurers to come across a murky, moss-covered cave by a large, fetid pool. The passage leads down, and then it seems to tunnel under the stagnant lake. Not a good sign. Yep, that's a little bit of a sign of Skaven. Let's take a look if we need to change any gear, do anything special. Don't really have any slots. We've got, what, extra attacks? I'm fine with that. We don't have any healing items. I should probably just use this if we get a chance, or just sell it, free up some space. I could just pull it and have a healing item. We've got some healing in the party with our Grey Wizard. Yeah, for now, let me just put a basic healing potion on you. So up here we've got a scroll, healing, and a potion, so that's fine. Got a scroll and a potion, and another potion, so that's pretty well equipped. Scroll, some provisions, yeah, we're pretty much set, that's fine. Well, let's have my Shadow Warrior advance. We'll stick to the Ogre's speed. My Grey Wizard's behind. We can teleport up maybe a little bit. 'Cause why not? If we get ambushed, we don't have magic anyway, so I might as well use it. We're on defensive, but we could get in. Let's just go in. It's probably a fight. 4 vicious giant spiders, 2 globadiers, and 6 storm vermin. That's a lot of stuff. Storm vermin are new. The black-furred storm vermin are larger and stronger than clan rats, and so form the fighting elite of the warlord clans. That's not to say that they could take down an angry river troll with nothing but a tail blade. They are still oversized bipedal rats, after all. although this means they have their race's strengths as well and become deadly effective when fighting in packs. Now, I want to kill the Globadier first, but we'll use you for that. Got 2 of them. We could do some spells as well. I don't think we need it, but I'm going to go Ward for the extra toughness. Failed, of course. Fine, be that way. I could burn Reserve. Yeah, let's do a little bit. I don't know that I need to, but it's fine. Are these basic spiders? They are not basic spiders, so they are fairly tough. Let's do a Shadow Bolt into this group. Got a Globadier. So the Storm Vermin actually have a decent amount of health. Nothing too crazy, though. Let's pick you off, hopefully. Alright, excellent. The spiders I don't like because they tend to want to web us up really bad, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, let me reposition here. I'm going to try to take out spiders. So we'll do the swing, hit both of them. Still a couple spiders, which could be a problem. Let's do some quick stabbing. Got the death blow, free follow-up, nice. So for what's left, I'd kind of like the spiders to die, but I can't really do a lot. Could do another Shadow Bolt, that's not going to kill him. Soften some of them up a little bit, anyway. Hang out in the back. If they web us, every attack after that is a guaranteed hit. We have to take some time to get ourselves untangled. But they didn't actually succeed, so we should be in good shape. Just one attack on the Storm Vermin, that's fine. We should be fine. Let's just try to maybe get a kill here. No, we did a little bit. Fine. Let's do another mighty swing. Hit all of them. Only one kill, though. Okay, let's Star Lance. I don't want to get too much XP for him, but it seems like that's kind of the way it's going. We're just killing way too fast and effectively with our Shadow Warrior. Oh, you missed. Fine, let's just zap one more of them. I've got magic. We could do a little bit of damage. Ideally, I could even teleport behind them and then hit them both with my blades up close, the magic spell. But from here, if I cast a spell, I would maybe kill one of them, but I'd also hit my ogre. Not that that's a huge deal. Let's just do a heal on my ogre. Fine, we'll do some little heals as well. Okay, just one exit out of the room. I wasn't sure if it was one or two. Yeah, we'll just kind of take our time here. Not really in much danger at this point. maybe we can get a death blow and hit them both. Perfect. Movement potion. Don't really need it on any of these characters. I think he's back to full health. So we'll just kind of let it go. Alright, we're on defensive, but it's time to get to the next room. It's probably just a hallway. Or a giant Skaven sign. So rodents, like rats, can't control their bowels. Can Skaven? Do they just pee and poop standing up as they walk around? The warriors come across a halfling blindly wandering the passages of the dungeon. He seems pleased to see the warriors and immediately suggests stopping for some lunch. From his pack, he produces rations that an upmarket tavern would be proud to serve. Yeah, we could maybe spend 10 minutes eating. We get attacked. We are very surrounded. Because it's an ambush, I've got no magic. So, we'll start back here. Storm Vermin, going to be a little difficult for our mages to deal with. Landed all our hits, but still wasn't a kill. I could use some of my reserve magic to at least do something. Tempting. We'll think about that. I still have my archer. I'll see if I can soften these guys up. For my ogre. Ogre, let's do a nice swing. Nice. We'll focus our bow shot towards the back here. Disappointing. So I could teleport and then hit both of them with my daggers. That'd be like 5 magic. I still have some extra reserve because I've got my hat. I don't really want to use the legendary Orb of Might unless we have to. But I certainly could. Let's give this a try. Shadow daggers. Not enough for a kill. I think I'm fine with one in front, one in back at this point. Oh, right, he was on fire, so he died. Never mind. It's the advantage of having the bow that sets people on fire. Crunch. Hey, more magic. I don't know if I have room in my inventory for you to take that. I do. Yeah, sure, have some extra power if we need it. Because I've got the hat on him. And I've got the legendary orb, but I don't really want to use that unless we really need to do something like a lot of magic. Probably I should give that to my Bright Wizard, because he can do a lot of damage with his magic in a very short amount of time. We don't want to open the next room. He can't move, unfortunately. So we'll just kind of move up. You're fine. You're slightly hurt. I do regenerate a little bit. We might as well get a spell off for some healing. Only one again. Healing Mist does 1 to 6. It seems like I often do 1. Can you make it? No. So we'll hold up for another turn. Just let him regenerate as well, it's fine. Okay, we're on offensive magic, let's go. Nothing. Alright, let's push it to get into the next room. The chamber is big and contains large glass vats that are stacked far beyond the open area the adventurers now step into. The vats are filled with the fetid lake water from above. Fleshy appendages and broken dead creatures scatter the floor. Working amongst the fumes is a Skaven. It wears a set of goggles and is busy soldering some metallic contraption to a blind mewling rat in its clasped claw. It looks up, unperturbed at the warrior's entrance. Good, good. More flesh. I always need fresh material. The man-thing nest you come from will make a good supply when I breach its horrible wood walls. Till then you will do. You are an opportunity to test. My rat ogres are different, more aware of each other. They'll keep coming until task is done. Their job now to kill. With that proclamation, one of the many vats smashes and a half-formed rat ogre emerges, even as clan rats swarm the area and the master molder makes good his escape. 1 rat ogre, 4 clan rats. Not too bad. Rat ogres I've seen before, nothing too crazy. Hey, we can actually reach something. Crush him! Hey, good job. I appreciate you and all that you do. Okay. What are we on? Offensive magic. Good. This is the end, so let's go ahead and use my fire ring. We'll zap the rat ogre for some damage. Not a ton, unfortunately. Let's try to decrease his chance of hitting as well. He's probably going to resist because he's, a giant rat ogre. He's not afraid of a lot. Eventually it will work. Let's get some more magic. Could try one more time. Do I want to? Nah, I think we're fine. Let's try lighting him on fire and see if that helps. Oh, we missed both our shots. That is unfortunate. I'd rather have him tank, but you can fight decently. We can follow it up with some spells. Okay, clear the way. Let's pick you off. Hit the rat ogre a bit more. Okay, now that you're hurt, let's try again. Hey, it worked this time. Killed all your friends. Did some damage to you, and then you're like, wait a minute. Just gonna go for a mage. Oh, ward save. Nice. We have a chance with him that we use our magical abilities to sort of shield ourselves from an attack. I could give myself extra attacks. Let me shoot you and light you on fire, hopefully. Or not. We can stab him in the back. I do have increased weapon skill from behind. And we can draw his attention elsewhere. I'm on defensive magic. Let's just go Phoenix King's Protection. Let's turn him back around. And you can stab him in the back again. You're nice and softened up. Let's see if my ogre can kill him. Nice. You are victorious. Okay, I've got my ogre up to level. Everybody else hanging back a little bit. With all the rat ogres dead, the warriors emerge from the dank dungeons exhausted. They're met by the fluttering pennants and resplendent armored figures of mounted Reiksguard knights. The Reichskaptain looks upon the blood-kicked warriors with utter contempt. "So you're the quest whores the sergeant sent into the depths," he says imperiously from the saddle of his warhorse. "I suppose you're off back to Grunberg to demand a reward for a job well done? That won't be necessary." He picks a large pouch off his saddlebag and slings it down to the nearest adventurer. "That is no reward, it is to buy your silence. As far as the citizens of the realm are concerned, the ratmen don't exist. That is how the Reichsmarshal would like it to remain. Now be off with you. We need to sink the lake on top of these monstrosities, the ones you missed." The warriors look at each other and quickly realize that starting a fight with a full regiment of Reichsguard is not the wisest option. Reluctantly, they leave the Empire Knights to the filthy, bloody business of clearing out the lair. 700 gold, though. What is Bogenhafen over there? Alright, well, let's go back. We can sell our junk. Don't have a lot of money. I do have a level as well that we can do. You know what? I'm going to sell the Hellheart. I don't care. Push into quickness, I don't really care. Didn't get a lot of good stuff there. I did sell my junk already. Anything of interest? Chance to ignore a blow is interesting. +3 strength. Increased chance to hit. I mean, I feel like I could use this on my Slayer as well, but we're going to spend a bunch of money leveling people up fairly quickly. Actually, it might have even been, is it 5,000 to level people at this point? Like, it's crazy expensive now. Yep, 5,000. We're gonna, even though I had a bunch of money not too long ago, we're back to being broke here. Let's go ahead and do it. More weapon skill, more health. The brawl, the ogre is master of brawling. Deals damage to everyone around the ogre dealt at his strength. Ignores weapon damage. So something we can do instead of a normal attack, maybe? Yeah, it's a active ability, so what do we have around? Anything particularly interesting? So, Witch Hunter item. The one I've got heals. This one just does damage. Meh. I haven't seen this before. I've got a hat, though, which gives me... stores up energy for spells, which I kind of like. I don't know that just +1 power is really worth it for that. Looks like we can go to Altdorf. No, we can't. I cannot choose Altdorf as an option for where to go to. That's weird. I wonder if we have to do some other stuff first. I don't think we had a choice to go to Ubersreich either. Strange. It's like, I've done 7 of 9 in Stirland. I've gone to every town in Stirland. There are, like, a few dark areas on the map, but I don't know what the deal is with that. Whether there's other quests that will come up later, or connect to something somewhere else, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe if I did a side quest closer to Altdorf, then I'd have the option to go to Altdorf. I'm not sure if that's a thing in the game or not. I would think, like, if it's connected by road, I should be able to go there. But I do only have some of this lit up. But Altdorf's lit up, and I can't choose it. Ubersreich is not, so I wonder if I would not be able to go there. Kind of like Nuln. You think Nuln, I should definitely be able to go to Nuln. But... well, I think we'll go ahead and call it there. I'm not sure. I don't have another new town to go to kind of check out a new mission at this point. I'll probably wander around, do some side quests, level some people up, try to earn some money. I might head over, because I haven't gone into Streitzen. I might head down that way and check out Streitzen in that general direction. I do know I did check out Averheim off a video, and it was level 6 for a mission that was there. So I kind of assumed that like down here in Averland it was going to be much higher level, and I kind of figured this would be higher level too, and the starting area, Stirland, would be the lowest. But we shall see. Yeah, it's possible something connects back here, and maybe there's a mission over there or something, or I think probably like a mission will have us come back to one of these kind of things, or like the Skaven symbol, the weird little symbol there, the battle, crossed axes, that kind of thing. All right, this has been more Warhammer Quest. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.